Good morning. My name is Masood Ahmad, and today I want to talk to you about Three Cups of Tea by Greg Mortenson. This book and the information in this book, especially relating to Greg Mortenson arriving at Korphe and stumbling into Korphe, losing his way, has always intrigued me, because there are serious discrepancies in that story which I would like to talk to you about. Before I do that, I just want to tell you a little bit about my background. I'm from Pakistan, and I'm currently working for Adams State College as the Director of Student Engagement and Success. Before that, I was an executive director for a college which was run by Kaplan Higher Education in Houston, Texas. And before that, for 6 years, I was in Pakistan. I was a principal and director of Beacon House School System, one of the largest private school system in the world, and they're based out of Pakistan. My father was a pioneer of Pakistani Air Force, and he was one of the first pilots to fly into the Gilgit and Skardu areas in late 1940s. He has had close relations with the land and people of this place. He even flew Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt to the Himalaya, and I believe he flew in the first jeep into the northern areas in early 1950s. My education, I have a MBA in finance and banking from Pace University, which I got in 1992, and was working on Wall Street with National Bank of Pakistan as a financial controller for 8 years, from 1985 to 1993. I started my adventure travel company called Concordia Expeditions in 1989, and in 1993, when Greg Mortenson was coming down from K2, I was actually there, and I was taking a group of an organization from California called the Canyons Explorers Club to the base camp of K2. So at Payu campsite, which is the last campsite before you climb on to the Baltoro Glacier, in September of 1993, while Greg was coming down, I was camped there, and in fact one of Greg's climbing partner who summited K2, his name is Jonathan Pratt, came down and had lunch with us. I want to show you Google Earth at this time. So first we are going to zoom into Pakistan. So here we see Pakistan, and then we are going to zoom into Islamabad. This is Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan. From here we are going to go north and come to a town called Skardu. So this is Skardu. And from here we are going to go slightly further north again and come to a town called Ascoli. So this is Ascoli, and if you can see, across the river is a village called Korphe. So between Ascoli and Korphe there is a river which is called the Braldu River. Ascoli is on the north side of the river, and Korphe is on the south side of the river. So now let's go a little bit east or further upstream on the Braldu River. Now you can see we have come to the confluence of the Biafo River and the Braldu River, and let's now stay on the Biafo River and go a little bit more upstream. So now you can notice that the Braldu River is on the south of the Biafo River. As we go upstream, you will see a tiny bridge across the Biafo River, and there's some big boulders after that, And let's keep on going more further east, and here we now come to the snout of the Biafo Glacier. Greg Mortenson claims that he left a campsite at the base of the Biafo Glacier, which is called Korphe. You can see the Braldu River also. So the campsite is on the north side of the Braldu River at this point. And he walked from there all the way to a place, that bridge which I showed you earlier on the Biafo River, and he missed that bridge and kept on walking straight and ended up in Korphe. This is the fundamental point in his book 3 Cups of Tea. This is the premise of his entire story, that he got lost and stumbled into Korphe and then was helped by the local villagers there, and then rest is history with 3 Cups of Tea and the other book which he has written, and with Central Asia Institute, and with Pennies for Peace. So now I would like to show you a video of a slideshow given by David Oliver Rellan. David Oliver Rellan is the person who wrote 3 Cups of Tea with the help of Greg Mortenson. And this is a slideshow, and I would like to take you to a place where David is talking about where Greg was, how he lost his way, and all that. Okay, so now, as you have noticed in David's slideshow, he starts off showing you a bridge. So that bridge, he indicates, is on the Braldu River. Well, that bridge, as I showed it to you earlier through Google Earth, is not the Braldu River, that is the Biafo River. And the bridge is on the Biafo River. Now, David indicates there that Greg Mortenson missed getting on to that bridge, which was on his right, meaning it was on his north. So bear in mind, at this time, the big Braldu River is still on your left or the south of you. And he's in a place, in a flat place between the 2 rivers. And the 2 rivers go and meet at a confluence. And so he is a little bit upstream of that confluence between the 2 rivers. David indicates he missed that turn, that right-hand turn on that bridge, which is not the Braldu but the Biafo River. Now you can clearly see through Google Earth that if he had somehow, which is a very, very difficult proposition to miss a bridge like that, and if he would have kept on going straight, he would have either come at the confluence of the Braldu or the Biafo River, or he would have come at a dead end where the Braldu River is. There was no bridge, there is no system to get across. These are huge rivers, and so there is no way that Greg Mortenson can miss this bridge, keep on walking straight, and just stumble into or stroll into Korphe village, which is on the other side of the Braldu River. Now I would like to show you a video of this walk, the actual walk from Korphe campsite to near the eastern outskirts of Ascoli. This walk or this trek will actually show you exactly how big the rivers are and how implausible it is, how one can never ever cross these rivers without any bridge or in any other assistance. So if you look closely at this video, the first is leaving Korphe campsite. So at this time, please notice that the Braldu River is on your left. Now there's the next shot is of the Braldu River. Actually, you can see how wide, how fast how dangerous it is, and it is still on your left, meaning as you're walking from Korphe to Ascoli, walking west, so it is still on the south side of you and on your left. Now here is a tea shop, and this tea shop, or a small structure, was built where the old bridge was, which Mortenson and David showed in their video, and strung across those two huge boulders. So that is where that bridge was. If you look just beyond this tea shop, you will see those two huge boulders which were on the Biafo River. Now there is no bridge there because that bridge got destroyed, afterwards. So let's keep on walking more west. This is the new bridge. This bridge is the new bridge. You can see the Biafo River flowing, and this is the bridge which is slightly downstream from those two big boulders. If you look closely at this video, on your left, as soon as on your left, you will see the actual two boulders where that old bridge was, which apparently Greg Mortenson missed and kept on walking straight. So as we can keep on going on in this video, you can see Google Earth where that bridge was, and next confluence, here you see some porters walking down. Now here you see the Braldu River. After the confluence, going towards Ascoli, you can see how wide and fast and how dangerous it is. And across from the Braldu River, you actually see Korphe. So here, just a final time, you can see through Google Earth where the confluence is, where the Biafo River is, where the Braldu River is, where that bridge is, and where Korphe is, and where is Ascoli. So there is absolutely no way that Greg Mortenson would have just taken the wrong fork near that bridge and ended up in Korphe. It is something absolutely impossible. It cannot be done. So Greg Mortenson actually in 1993 never went to Korphe village. So the basis of his whole story, the whole book, 3 Cups of Tea, starts off with serious issues in it. I want to tell you, through Google Earth, if you go back, you can see Ascoli, you can see Korphe. So the only way across from Ascoli to Korphe was at that time in 1993, between the two villages there was a hanging bridge of various vines and stuff, and also there might have been a pulley that was across in which. So the point that I want to make is this, that to go to Korphe village in 1993, one has to make a deliberate effort from Ascoli, going to Ascoli first. So Greg Mortenson, even if he had gone to Korphe, which I doubted, because which he states in Outside magazine that he was just there for some hours, that's not enough time for him to be there. But even if he did go, he had to go to Ascoli first. Ascoli is the village north of the Braldu, and then he had to cross over this river by that hanging vine bridge or by a cable pulley system deliberately to go to Korphe. So I just wanted to thank you for taking out the time to listening to me, and I hope all of this is now clear to you. Thank you.